Hello, and thank you for attending the UMSI Virtual Student Expo. Our team is excited to share the work that we have done over the past semester with our client, the Ann Arbor Fire Department. The Ann Arbor Fire Department, or AAFD, is interested in identifying, evaluating, and affirming their effectiveness when responding to their most frequented locations over the past 5 years. They are curious to understand where they respond to most often and what these responses look like. Doing so will allow them to explore alternative community risk reduction efforts at these locations and better allocate their resources, while continuing to provide a high level of care. In order to tackle this problem, our team has broken down the project into 3 specific goals. First, identify the AAFD's most frequented locations. Second, conduct analyses on identified hotspots in hopes of finding patterns and highlighting inconsistencies in both the calls received by the AAFD and their response. Finally, create an interactive map to showcase our findings in one easy-to-use tool. Moving forward, we followed a 7-step approach divided between 2 main components: data cleaning and metric visualization. To begin with data cleaning, we combined 5 years of information from siloed datasets and reporting systems. We then created several SQL queries to identify and accumulate the many variations in which the same addresses were reported. Finally, we normalized the entry of addresses and their respective latitudes and longitudes to better group specific incidents to their hotspot locations. The completion of data cleaning marked the shift to our second phase of the project, visualizations. Our client already has a robust reporting system that delivers metrics for all of their calls, so we wanted to focus on calculating similar metrics only for our identified hotspots. While doing this, we also started to uncover other interesting patterns that we thought are important in preventing unnecessary and exhaustive use of AAFD's resources. For example, we looked into repeat false alarm and false call offenders and the percentage of total hotspot calls that were canceled en route or resulted in no patient contact, meaning that they were non-essential deployments. To finalize this portion of our project, we combined all hotspot visualizations and aggregations into a Folium map, which allows us to better display our findings. To create aggregate hotspot visualizations, we first analyzed the makeup of our hotspots by categorizing them by type of facility and how often the AAFD visits each facility type. Our hotspot list includes 11 senior living communities, as well as low-income housing, shopping, and transportation centers. We pinpointed 20 hotspots, which we defined as locations with over 100 incidents over the past 5 years. Our top location had 673 incidents. We also noted the number of incidents per highway and major roadway. Our location-specific analyses included identifying the type and count of incidents at each hotspot, when the fire department was being called to each hotspot, and their related response times. In seeing that rescue and emergency medical calls were most common and consumed the most amount of time on scene, we also looked into which types of medical calls contributed to longer on-scene times. For example, providing basic life support versus a lift assist. Our use of a Folium map allowed us to provide our client with an interactive and understandable tool. This map streamlines all of our analyses, including hotspot visualizations, individual incident metrics, and data entry issues or concerns. We believe that our project will provide the Ann Arbor Fire Department with value in multiple ways. Our data cleaning process allowed us to highlight and emphasize the need for more streamlined data entry practices. Our location-specific analyses offer a new look into where and what types of calls are tying up most of the Ann Arbor Fire Department's resources. The interactive map that we created provides a unique way to interact with and explore more details about these hotspots. In addition, this easy-to-use tool allows the AAFD to continue to investigate these hotspots and identify deeper questions about these locations. We hope that our analysis allows the AAFD to affirm who their high volume callers are and investigate alternative community risk reduction efforts.